Hello everyone, this is Imam. Today we're gonna talk about fixing some Blender normals or shading issues that you will normally face if you are importing some kind of geometry or 3D objects from other software into Blender, or you might have a already uh, shape or a 3D mesh which is the shading is messed up or not looking great. So how do we do it? So of course, I'm gonna give you an example. For this example, so I was using a CAD software. I'm not gonna mention. So I have created this solid in that mesh software, and then I exported that solid into the OBJ file, and then I'm gonna import that now in my Blender. So I'm gonna import the mesh. So here is the mesh, which looks like not good, right? And it looks quite messy in terms of the shading and all that. But if we go to the edit mode and if you look at the geometry and all the edges and faces, they look quite okay, but it's just the shading it's not looking great. So it's supposed to not look. So we are talking about here. So this was done in a CAD software and converted to OBJ file that we just and because of that conversion and then so let's do so the shading is not looking great. So in Blender context, we call this hard surface modeling. So if you're doing hard surface modeling, you need to follow a specific pattern for that so that the normals are in such a way that the shading looks great. So normally, intuitively, instinctively, you just immediately go, okay, I've imported this. I'm gonna select everything and then I'm gonna go mesh and clean up, merge by distance. So everything is, there is no overlapping vertices, so everything looking okay. And the next thing maybe you would like to try, go to the face and triangles to quads. Try to remove some of those triangles that you have. So it did good job. So it removed some of the triangles from here, the easier one. But when it comes to but we are talking about fixing normals, not the fixing the topology. But they are kind of correlated, right? We want to clean up the mesh so that the normals also easy to predict or create or fix. So this is a flat face. So I'm gonna correct. I'm gonna um, select all these flat faces and then just create an n-gon, right? Because this is just one big piece of flat. And then you can start doing little modifications like that. So this is a flat place. But I guess the main idea is regardless of so this is how the mesh is arranged in terms of triangles, quads, or n-gons. The shading should be great. So immediately, normally, you're instinctively you just go to object and then shade smooth, and that's what we get if we go ahead with that one. And it did something, but it is not the optimum result that we want. Normally it should not be having shading here, lighting, so it doesn't look that great yet. So let's go to the view shading material preview. Let's give it a nice color first so that it helps us view. So the shading also looking, so we have a light here. Let's copy this, move this here and duplicate the light few more so that the object is well lit when we're looking from the camera. And let's move this inside the camera. Now, if we go ahead with the render, and you can see where's the problem is. The shading here is messed up. The flat face, this is a flat face, but it has this random black spots, right? Because we know this is a flat face on the side, and then the same goes with the, you see here dark spots everywhere, as if there is something going on. So this all related to the normals. Somehow we have to correct the normals for this geometry. I guess we can dissolve some of these edges, so just reduce the complexity. So the way I like to go ahead, just select, because this is the flat face, I'm gonna select one, and then I'm gonna go select similar by normal, so all the normals having the similar, so that face is selected, all the faces with the normal. Now I'm gonna go ahead with again selection. I'm gonna select no, I'm gonna separate this first, this face, to clean it up. First press P and selection to separate that face. Now you can see that is separated from the main body, and now we have two bodies here. The idea is when I separate it, I can edit it separately. Now I'm gonna select everything by pressing A, then go select loops, select boundary loop. Now it selected all the boundary edges, and then I'm gonna go select and invert so that so we select everything else except the boundaries. So we want to keep the boundaries. We don't want to change the shape of the thing of the segment, but all these extra edges that is inside, so there's too many of them. We're gonna press X to delete some of these and limited dissolve. So it just cleaned up some of those messy edges. Now we have a clean face with only a few edges, and if you notice it, the shading also looks better now. And now we're gonna merge this back to the main body. Just select both and Control J to merge. And then we're gonna go again, select everything, and then merge all the vertices, merge by distance. Now it's all again back to connected to the main body. And then if you come back here, the shading looks okay, maybe a little bit better, but it's not the same, it's not the ideal result we want. And then you can see some issues going on there. And again, we can do the same thing for this face. Let's try to do it. Yes, select one, select similar by normal, and you can see that also has. So we can deselect those using C and press middle mouse button. So that those are deselected, and we're gonna separate this. P to separate selection, and you can see as soon as you separate, it becomes very clean because it's not interpolating the normals from the main body. But let's select everything and then clean up the edges and select boundary loop and go select invert and X limited dissolve, clean up those edges. Now let's merge this back to the Control Z main body and select everything, mesh, and clean up again, merge by distance. we can see, yeah, it looks better, but you have some crease here or folding going on. It all has to do with normal, even though all the vertices are like on the same plane, but it has to do with the normal interpolation. And the same goes with this these faces where it should look so you have this so there are many issues going on. So I guess we can also do same for this, but I guess I'll just leave it. Just this video just giving you some idea, right? You could do the same cleanup there or even here. I guess if I do limited dissolve in here, let's see if I can do it. But I guess let's see how practical is that. Let's select that, select everything in here. Obviously these are not nicely done quartz, and so yeah, I just selected, and let's say X limited dissolve, but maybe it clean up too much. Now we are losing some of the details, maybe. Not sure. Let's control Z undo. But, yeah, it maybe can be done. Let's do it on the shake. It's not the shake of cleaning up to the some of those. So again, so go with this. Select all and select the inner edges like so, and then X limited dissolve. But they are not kind of not aligning. That's fine, I guess. Same with this here. Let's try if it can be cleaned up here as well. Let it dissolve. Yeah. Not sure you need more geometry for that. And then again here as well. And, I guess let it dissolve. Yeah, it just replaces with one big chunk of geometry. I don't know why. So here is something going on. Let's clean up some of this. Let's see if it can be done. It can be done or not. Alrighty, let's select everything. It's kind of messy. Let's reduce the circle. So I'm just keeping the boundary so that the boundary remains the same. The edge loop, limited dissolve. See, it's not doing a good job here. The limited dissolve, because only thing it cares about the normal, and then angle as well. If we increase the angle too much, we're losing details, and then if we yeah. So this is I guess, yeah, just leaving things, some things left. So less, and then if you look at here, it's quite messy here. The rings, the circle fillet rings, and there is no way to clean up, easy way to clean up these things. I guess it's best to leave them because I guess it just, yeah. So that's kind of thing, but let's try to fix the normals without further cleaning up the mesh. So as you can see, the normals view, and if we go here, probably here, we have to go to the edit mode first. And here you can see the normal here. And all kind of normals here. Display vertex normals, display custom normals, and then display normals. And then we can increase the size. And you can see how the normals are now. What we're gonna do, because we're gonna go mesh, then shading. We're gonna recalculate outside. It doesn't change much. And, here, if we do ignore sharpness, doesn't have much effect for auto shading. But if we go again, edit mode, mesh, and the normals, and we're gonna split the normals so that the interpolation doesn't affect. So we have the splitting of the normals now, so that wherever the connecting edges, so it's split. And you can see before and after here. Before you don't have, and after, let's do again. Normals and split. Now each segment can maintain its own property without affecting its nearby faces. Now you see the results has been improved significantly, but we can still see the limited geometry because it's not being interpolated here. Things we can do, maybe we can select these edges manually, or I'll show you another one. Because we have auto shading on here, we can ignore the sharpness. As soon as you do that, you see the result. Now we have a very clean up mesh here in terms of normals without increasing the number of vertices, hopefully. And anything changing, just changing the normals. It's almost there, I guess, but we still have some problems here, the crease, because it's a flat face. If we adjust the angle, maybe we can get rid of some of those issues, but primarily it remains the same, I guess. But now if we render it, for the most part is okay. You can see it's very clean shape, and this is a hard surface model, which can be used in the. But let's try to fix this issue, because we know this is a flat face. We can apply a weighted normal modifier, and it should go after our, so we just unpin that one, bring it up. You can see after applying that, it also affects everything. So we want to limit the zone to the where we want only. So let's select the, let's turn off the normals first. Normals view. Let's turn off this. Now we're gonna select the face, and select the face, and then gonna go here in the data. We're gonna create a vertex group for this selection. Let's call it group, and just press assign so that whatever selected is assigned to that group. Now we go back to the modifier, and here for weighted normal, we select that group. Now if we turn on the real-time view, and only that group is affected by the weighted normal. Let's see if we can fix here. This one. And as you can see, you just have to play with it. Seems like it's not that So I guess we set the default value, the keep sharp, just while pressing the keep sharp, and we just fix that issue. And as you can see, is all, but we still have this inside the hole where the shading is not corrected. So we're gonna, in our group, we're gonna add this as well. So we're gonna select, so using the C, and let's add all this. So zoom in, it's a bit tricky. Yeah, that's about it. And so this one. And we're gonna assign. That's it. Now, as soon as we do that, you can see it's fixed by the weighted normal modifier. You can turn it off and all. It's a before and after. So that's about it. I hope you like this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. And until next time, bye-bye. Thank you.